Hi kids, welcome to Wake Up Kids with Smiles. Today we're going to hear a famous story called The Boy Who Cried Wolf. It's a fun story, but it also teaches a very important lesson about telling the truth. Are you ready? Let's begin. In a small village, near tall green hills, there lived a young boy named Rohan. Every day, Rohan had one big job. He had to take the village sheep up the hill and watch them. The sheep loved to eat the fresh green grass. They were happy, they were safe, and Rohan just had to make sure no wild animals came close. At first, Rohan liked his job. He liked the sunshine, the cool wind, and the fluffy white clouds in the sky. But after many days, he started to feel one thing: bored. There was nothing exciting happening. The sheep were quiet, the hill was quiet, the village was far away.
Oof, I'm so bored. I wish something interesting would happen.
Then, suddenly, Rohan had a naughty idea. He stood up, took a deep breath, and shouted as loud as he could.
Wolf! Wolf! A wolf is attacking the sheep!
Down in the village, people heard his cry. The farmer dropped his tools. The baker left his bread. Mothers and fathers ran out of their homes.
The wolf! The wolf! We must help Rohan! They shouted.
Everyone grabbed sticks, tools, and ran up the hill as fast as they could. Their hearts were beating fast. They were worried about Rohan and the sheep. But when they reached the top of the hill, there was no wolf. Just Rohan, laughing and laughing on the grass.
Ha ha ha, he giggled. You should have seen your faces. You all looked so scared.
The villagers were tired and out of breath. An old man shook his head and said,
Rohan, this is not funny. Don't lie about something so serious.
The people walked back to the village, annoyed and disappointed. Rohan shrugged and thought,
That was fun. Maybe I'll do it again.
The next day, Rohan was back on the hill with the sheep. Once again, everything was quiet. No noise, no excitement. Rohan frowned. He remembered how everyone had run up the hill yesterday. He remembered how he laughed. So he shouted again,
Wolf! Wolf! A wolf is attacking the sheep! Help!
Down in the village, some people heard him. Oh no, not again, one woman said. Is it real this time? A farmer asked.
Still, a few villagers grabbed their sticks and ran up the hill. Maybe this time the danger was real. But when they reached the hilltop, again, no wolf. Just Rohan, rolling on the grass, laughing even louder.
Got you again, he shouted. You all run so fast. This is so funny.
This time the villagers were really angry. A kind old woman looked at Rohan and said,
Rohan, if you keep lying, one day we won't believe you when you tell the truth.
But Rohan just smiled and waved. He didn't listen. He didn't think anything bad would happen. A few days later, the sky was a little cloudy. The wind was cooler. Rohan was again on the hill watching the sheep. He was about to yawn when he heard a strange sound in the bushes. Rohan froze. Out from behind a rock came a real wolf. The wolf had sharp teeth and hungry eyes. The sheep started to bleat in fear. Bah, bah, bah. Rohan's heart started beating very fast. He grabbed a stick and shouted,
Go away, wolf! Shoo! Leave the sheep alone!
But the wolf did not go away. It moved closer, closer, closer to the flock. Rohan felt truly scared now. He ran to the edge of the hill and shouted with all his might,
Wolf! Wolf! Please help! A real wolf is here this time!
In the village, some people heard Rohan's cry again.
Is that Rohan shouting about a wolf again?
I don't believe him. Last time, there was no wolf.
He thinks this is a game.
An old woman shook her head sadly and said,
He has lied too many times. We can't trust his words now.
And so, this time, no one ran up the hill. Back on the hill, Rohan kept shouting,
Please, somebody help! This time it's real! Wolf! Wolf!
but no one came. The wolf chased the sheep. Some sheep ran in all directions. Some were hurt. Some got lost in the forest. Rohan tried his best to protect them, but he was just one small boy against a big wild wolf. Finally, the wolf ran away into the trees. But many of the sheep were gone. Later that evening, the villagers came up the hill to check on the sheep. They saw Rohan sitting on a rock, his head hanging down, tears in his eyes.
What happened, Rohan? One man asked gently.
Rohan whispered. There was a real wolf. I shouted for help, but nobody came. I'm so sorry. I lied before. Now some of our sheep are gone.
The villagers looked at the scattered flock. They were sad about the lost sheep, but they were also sad for Rohan.
The old woman sat beside him and said softly, Rohan, this is why we told you not to lie. When you play with the truth, people stop trusting you. And when you finally tell the truth, they may not believe you.
Rohan wiped his tears and nodded. I understand now, he said. I will never lie like that again. From today, I will always tell the truth.
The villagers forgave Rohan, but he never forgot that day. He learned that trust is very precious. Once it is broken, it is very hard to get it back. And that, kids, was the story of the boy who cried wolf. The moral of the story is, always tell the truth. If you lie again and again, people won't believe you, even when you are telling the truth. If you like this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wake Up Kids with Smiles for more fun stories and happy learning. See you in the next story. Bye-bye.